All right, guys. Um, we are now to my favorite part of two equations, two unknowns, and that's by solving using the elimination method. So what's so special about the elimination or addition method? I can't remember what Math Excel calls it. I can't remember if it's the elimination or the addition method that they call it. But they're essentially, if somebody calls it the elimination method, that's the same as the addition method, or if they call it the addition method, it's the same as the elimination method. Okay, so what you're looking for is to make sure that either the x's or the y's have the exact same value, but opposite. So if x equals 2, the second equation, the x equals -2. But you want your x and y on the left-hand side, like this, and your numbers on the right, okay? So here in this problem, if you look, this one's set up perfect for us. The y's have the same value, but the opposite. One's positive, one's negative, and they're both 1. So that's what you want. You're literally going to draw a bar underneath and add them together. So what's 4 plus negative 9? That gives you -5x. Those will cancel, leaving you equal to 5. You're going to divide by -5, divide by -5. X is equal to -1. Now I'm going to throw this back into one of the equations. It doesn't matter if it's equation 1 or equation 2. I'll throw it into equation 1. So 4 times -1 minus y is equal to 3. So -4 minus y is equal to 3. Add the 4, add the 4. -y is equal to 7. Divide by -1, divide by -1, y is equal to 7. So your solution is -1, 7. And once again, I'm pretty sure that's how you have to answer the problem. And don't forget to check. Let's check that. So let's do 4 times -1 minus 7 equals 3. So -4. How did we mess that up? Minus 7 does not equal 3. So I made a mistake somewhere. Oh, because that should be -7. So that becomes a plus, that becomes a plus, and that checks. See, this is why you check. All right, then you have -9 times -1 plus -7 equals 2. Negative makes a positive 9, minus 7 equals 2. That checks. Okay, so that's why it's so important to check your answer. Easy to make mistakes. All right, here. This problem's not quite as easy as the last one. My x values are not the same and my y values are not the same. So I need to do something to either my x's or my y's to make them the same. And I'm going to take this first equation and I'm going to make my x's the same but opposite. So I need to multiply x by 5 by -5. So that gives me -5x, then -5 times 4y gives me -20y is equal to -30. And then I just bring the second equation directly across. And then I add them. So those cancel, leaving me -20 plus 8y, so that's -12y is equal to -24. Divide by -12, divide by -12, y is equal to 2. Okay, throw that back into one of the original equations. I'll throw it into equation 1. Can be equation 2, it really doesn't matter. Plus 4 times 2 equals 6. So x plus 8 equals 6. Subtract 8, x equals -2. All right, so we're going to check. So is negative 2 plus 4 times 2 equal to 6? Negative 2 plus 8 equals 6. That checks. All right, 5 times negative 2 plus 8 times 2, is that equal to 6? Negative 10 plus 16 equals 6. That checks too. Wonderful. No more mistakes on my behalf this time. All right. Here's another one. This time I do not have a single x, neither one of my variables. Let's look at the x's or the y's. Are they the same? Values, no. So I need to do something to either my x's or my y's, and you get a pick. I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to multiply it by negative 2 to eliminate my x's. So negative 6x minus 8y, and that's still equal to 0 because negative 2 times 0. And so when you multiply this, it has to be multiplied by everything all the way through. Do not forget to do everything. And I'm copying the second equation, equals 7. Now I'm going to add those together. The 6's eliminate. Ooh, the y's eliminate. So you put a 0 as a placeholder. Now I've got 0 equals 7. What does that mean? Well, 0 cannot equal 7, so that's not true. So when we get that false statement, remember, there is no solution. Okay? You may want to just redo the problem to just make sure that's what's going on, because you aren't going to get that many of those problems. You're only going to get one out of the whole homework section at most. So just be careful. Make sure nothing's crazy is going on. Okay? Ooh, let's look at this one. So here I've got, I don't have the same number of x's in each equation or y's, so I need to pick a variable to eliminate. I'm going to get rid of y's. So that means my 2y needs to become 10y, positive 10y from up here. So I'm going to multiply this by 5. So that gives me negative 5x plus 10y is equal to negative 10. And 5x minus 10y, I'm just copying this one, equals 10. Do the addition. Ooh, those cancel, so that leaves me 0 is equal to 0. Okay. So I can't solve for x or y. Is that okay? Well, the answer is yes, that's okay. Okay, because 0 does equal 0, that's a true solution. That's a true solution. That's true every time. 0 does equal 0, so there is infinitely many solutions. All right, let's look at this problem. Again, my x's are not the same and opposite, and my y's are not the same and opposite. The other thing I'm going to note is that my x's, I can't just multiply one of them. So I cannot just multiply the top number by something and get it to equal 4x. And same with the bottom one. I can't multiply 4x by some number to equal 5x. So I'm going to have to take this and multiply both of them by some number. And I'm going to get rid of the y's. So what number for 3 and 5 make them the same? Well, the number is 15. So I'm going to multiply this by 5 and this guy by 3. 5 times 5 is 25x minus 15y equals 90.